So are we going to start the review, or are we going to eat something first?
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I brought something along with me.
Ooh,
Ooh.
those look good.
Yeah.
Hey, pass one here, dude. Hey, pass one over here.
Take one.
Dude,
Take one, pass it around, dude.
give me a gander at that.
Dude, that one looks the prettiest. I want to take that one. It might fall apart.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go with this guy right here.
Thank you. Bon appetit.
Eat more of this one. It's still really full.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers,
These are kosher dogs, too.
I'm going to throw up.
So we watched a movie today. It's called UHF. I don't really know what that means, but I've been told it means something. And it's a movie about Weird Al Yankovic. And he is, he's a guy. He's kind of a guy that can't really do things that well. Kind of a guy that messes his life up a lot. And he is entrusted by his uncle, I believe it is, to take care of a UHF TV station, which I'm told that's something, but I don't really know what that is.
Ultra high frequency.
It's like one of the very back channels. It's not like the main ones. It's like if you go up further to the higher channels, something like that. But it's a movie about that, and he has some fun. What do you guys think of it?
Well, we've all seen this movie.
We've all seen this movie. I shared this with them, or were you there, Chris, when I shared?
Yeah, I think I was there. We watched it the first.
The first time I think
I feel like it was just me and you.
just Keegan, and then I think
I may have watched it on my own.
we might have, yeah. But I remember
This was like a long time ago.
yeah, this is like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was definitely not there.
So I showed Keegan
Remember not really caring for it that much.
because he didn't have a sense of humor back
I
then.
did have a sense of humor.
It was a little bit different, but I enjoyed it. What do you guys think of the movie?
Well, like I said, didn't really like it the first time. Like, I thought there's some funny bits here and there. I kind of like it a little bit more, but I'm still a little like, it's okay. Chris.
I think it's okay. I think it's good for what it is. And like there are certain bits that I really enjoyed. But yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about a comedy film in this format, but it was funny. I enjoyed it. They have a little bit of problems making money, and then they kind of have their breakthrough moment, and they find like the perfect casting for their kids show. And then there's a part of the movie where they have to make some money to save the station. So it's kind of a cliche storyline in that regard, but they do, do they save the station? I don't know. You guys have to watch it.
Have to watch it.
But yeah, it's mostly just bits, and so we can talk about maybe some of the bits right now. You guys have any thoughts about the bits?
Well, the the bits are like just his imagination. I feel like it was just like an excuse for Weird Al to do like non sequitur jokes and songs, which is fine. I mean,
that was my main thing with it, is that it's like there's some times when it was just like, just felt like he was doing bits and they didn't really, like, I get that, like, that's why you do a story like this, is that it gives you an excuse to throw in all the bits that you haven't used yet that you want to use. So like, I forgive it for that, but also doesn't like add much to the movie other than some laughs here and there. And some of them I didn't even, like, I thought the Rambo bit toward the end was kind of like played out already. Like, he kind of already did a couple bits that like made, like, that were funnier than it, that kind of already did that.
I was paying attention to us in the audience, and we were all looking at our phones at that point. I think we were all glancing at our phones.
I agree with that, and I like. There have been other parodies of Rambo that like are better.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like.
Well, and it's like with his humor, I feel like it doesn't go it's almost like it tries to go too far, but it doesn't go far enough. Like he'll do like the whip, whipping the guy's arm off. Like that's kind of funny, but like the way it's like presented isn't like as funny as it could be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's some jokes here and there that are like they feel like they should be funnier.
There just isn't enough of a punch.
Yeah. It's like he's like good for coming up with funny ideas, but he needs someone who has like more of like the Zucker brothers or like people like that to really like spice it up a bit, I would say. Because he's still good. He's still funny. And like his comedic performance is really good. Most of the comedic performances in this are really funny. So like I don't. It's hard to like because it's comedy, so it's hard to really be like that's not funny or that could be funnier because it's like some people will probably think it's hilarious.
Well, but as I would say that we're comedy enthusiasts, but
comedy geniuses.
Okay, wow. I didn't want to be so
I'll let you guys decide.
Braggadocious, but I would think that we would know like what would be funny or what would not be funny. Yeah. And like this movie it has funny moments, but there are moments where like it just, like you said, it doesn't go far enough, or the joke just doesn't land like the way that he might have thought it would.
Yeah. Well, and it's like the quick stuff though is really funny because like it's throwing the dog in the punch bowl, getting spit on by the kid, like those like very quick little bits are really funny to me. Like those are the bits that made me laugh even back when we watched it when I was younger. Like those are the funny stuff to me. It's like, and then there's like stuff where he does a Close Encounters joke and like he's just basically doing Close Encounters.
There's a lot of referential humor that it's like it's just like a reference to a movie, but there's not really a joke or like any sort of parody like connected to it other than it's happening.
Yeah. There's a lot of that, those were the worst jokes, I would say, but I don't know. There were some good ones. I was gonna say the spitting one. It's classic. I think it's his the shop teacher cutting his finger off is pretty good.
I like that one. Yeah, that one's good.
I like the two brothers. I don't know what they were, but they were doing the I don't know what that was all about, but stuff like that is funny.
Those are good. Saying supplies instead of surprise when they're in a surprise closet. I thought that was funny
because he comes out of the supply closet. Yeah,
I really liked the Badgers joke because it snuck up on me. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've seen this. I know. I don't know. It tickled me.
Well, and that guy just abusing all those animals.
They're like, where did you get this guy?
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff. There's a lot of funny stuff in this. It's I feel like there's a lot of stuff that just isn't funny enough. If that makes sense. Again, it's a weird thing to talk about. But.
Well, and Weird Al himself in the movie. To me, I mean, he's not a great actor, and they're not winning awards for this movie.
They got an Oscar in this one.
Okay.
Fair.
But like Weird Al, his acting is very like exaggerated and very like hammed up, which I don't know if that's just like the style that he's going for, or like he's just like, well, I have to be a little more extra.
This was his first movie, so he was still an exploring age, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd say he was that over the top, though. going off of like how I was perceiving his performance. I thought he was okay.
There were just certain lines where he's really like trying to act with his eyes and like he's like, whoa, I don't know, just like being very goofy instead of playing it a little more grounded.
I guess, yeah, like if I don't know what's the janitor's name, the actor, do you guys know?
Michael Richards.
Okay, yeah, his performance was pretty good. I was like over the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's like almost a second protagonist in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is the hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, his over the top was pretty good, but Oz was a little bit iffy. I mean, it was not bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, it works for the movie.
Yeah.
But like his friend plays it way more straight. I mean, and that's kind of his angle.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That was just really my only note for him. I like this movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michael Richards, though, this movie came out the same year, 1989, when Seinfeld started.
Ooh.
So I don't know. I think this probably was made before that.
Is that Mr. Seinfeld?
That's Mr. Man.
It's
He because like his some of his like his real fast like sudden movements.
Yeah.
He may have, sorry. I don't know what I ate. He ate he kind of takes some of the mannerisms of this guy, of Stanley,
Yep.
and moves it. It looked like he like moved it over to Kramer with like some of his kind of shifty sort of like, sharp movements.
So you're saying it wasn't Seinfeld, it was Kramer.
Kramer.
Okay. No, yeah, I get it. He kind of has like the comedic or physical acting in both roles.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
that's
really
definitely
does
his
a lot
style.
of crazy throwing himself around in this.
Yeah.
Give him props for that.
Yeah.
It's always somehow it's always funnier when it's like a tall, lanky guy that's just like it's all his like cartoonish movements.
Well, it's also him just throwing himself and like a lot of the stuff he was doing kind of looked like it hurt.
Yeah, he committed for sure. Big ups to Michael Richards.
He put it all out there for UHF.
Good job, my lad.
Yeah.
So Weird Al is mostly known for his music. What did you guys think of the music in this?
It was all right.
Yeah.
He only had like one song really that showed up in
Yeah.
like halfway through, I think, and it's what was the song called?
Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes.
Yes.
But like, what was like the song he's spoofing?
I don't know.
Was that Money for Nothing?
Dire Straits song.
I think.
You don't act like you knew it.
Don't act like we looked this up before.
I had no idea.
I was like, this is the first time I've ever known a song before Chris knew about it.
Yeah, we were watching it and I was like, what is this? I know this is supposed to be a parody, but I have no idea what the song is.
As soon as the music started, he'd be like, Money for Nothing. Tricks for free.
I don't know Dire Straits. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I don't think as far as like Weird Al goes, there's a lot of better songs that he does for spoofs and parodies, but it was kind of like what we were talking about earlier, where it's like one of those things where he's like, he made the movie and then he just put this in there. Like, there's nothing really about the Beverly Hillbillies in it except for so he kind of had to ram it in there, find a way to put it in there, just because that's probably what the song he had on his desk that he had written. So, thank you for hanging out with us. Reviews. Okay.
Ratings.
Okay.
All right.
So Keegan, what would you rate this one?
You don't want to know.
Well, then why'd I ask?
All right. I'll tell you. So I'm thinking I'll go side thumb.
Ooh.
I think it's a cute little movie. There's some jokes here and there that are really good that I laughed quite a bit at. I like a couple of the performances, particularly Kramer. Yeah, it's all right.
Chris?
I'm going to go with a side thumb as well. It's got some great moments in it, but there are just certain things where it just sort of falls short. I think they could have reworked a couple things and it would have been really good. But it's good for what it is. I enjoy watching it. I'll probably watch it again in, another few years.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I don't really think it's the funniest movie ever, but there's some good bits in it. I would say that Weird Al kind of reminds me of like uncle energy, where like your uncle comes into town and he's like cracking jokes because he's visiting for Christmas or something, and not all of them are funny, but you like your uncle, so you laugh anyways.
Good way to put it.
Thanks for watching. Ram it in there, find a way to put it in there.